Oh, that was a classic one. And you could see.
But he deserved that clap. that guy, you can't mess with Black Coffee. No.
Describe the situation again.
Have you seen it?
I think I saw a small the end clip of it, but just explain what happened briefly.
There's even a GIF.
I think, if I'm not mistaken.
And you could see Black Coffee getting angry and.
First explain the story so we can understand it.
Okay.
They were both performing, I think it was in Kong. So now, AKA went over.
It went over. He didn't pitch up in time. So Black Coffee started his set. So when they arrived, AKA and his crew, Black Coffee was in the middle of his set. So then they wanted Black Coffee to stop.
Oh yeah.
so that they can go, so that they can do their performance. So then the road manager stepped up to, or the manager stepped up to Coffee to kind of tell him to finish his set so that AKA can come perform. And you can see is that Black Coffee, like, this dude is really disrespecting me. I'm in the middle of my set. You were late. It's my time now. And you can see him getting agitated. And I just saw that hand drop.
Didn't expect it.
I smacked that guy so hard it kept
flew up. Didn't believe it. No one expected that slap.
and that's all it needed. It's like end of argument.
Silence.
Even AKA said that.
Yeah. What would you do? Come step up to Coffee?
Yo, with his one hand, he would still hit you.
And he's not mixing with the other hand.
He was still destroyed.
If I'm right, it was the left hand. Didn't see the one coming.
Yo, he just slapped him. It was gone.
Yeah. So even that slap didn't help. So
that's why I say I hate him as a person.
But here's the thing: there's some people who really love AK.
Sure.
I'm not one of them. I like the music that Nasty C is putting out. It's good music.
Yeah.
However, you would have to work on his lyrics in a greater project. But
he's young.
It's not about young men. I know rappers. Alright, Pug died at the age of 25. And he was conscious from a very young age. But you cannot compare these people to. But then I can compare him to South Africa. I can compare AKA and Questa and Nasty C. They come from the same. But what I kind of see is a born free generation that doesn't understand the broader social political environment in which they operate. Because Nasty C has a great platform and he can address at least one or two things with regards to what is happening in the social political context of South Africa. For instance, Fees Must Fall. Questa put that Fees Must Fall kind of protest in spirit. You could see that this is a commentary on the current social political environment of.
But do you think that has to be part of their journey? Do you think that it's a sort of a social responsibility to these artists that they have to talk about
That's some
these
people.
issues?
If we talk about hip hop in the spirit of hip hop, then I think that's what you kind of measured on when it comes to hip hop. Hip hop is that this is society, this is not what's working. We are going to address it in this particular way. We create alternative platform, and on that platform we elevate society's issues and highlight it.
Understanding that is how hip hop was birthed, from that place of breaking free, of looking what's around us and it's not working. That started out in America, and they spoke about their social issues and their social concerns, and the police is just shooting us and everything. So that's where hip hop was birthed. But do you think that it still has to be part of where we are at now as a nation, do we have to still talk about what is going on, or can we not just try and look at ourselves as a rainbow nation and look at the positive?
Okay, let me take you. Music played a great role in the struggle for freedom in South Africa. Miriam Makeba was banned, was exiled, based on the music. Jonathan Butler had to leave South Africa based on his music. Yuma Sikela was exiled, or you voluntarily put him in exile because of the music. Lucky Dube's music was banned. He couldn't play certain music. Brenda Fassie, My Black President, all of these music you couldn't play in mainstream because they spoke to a particular social issue. So then we have to think about the role of music. So there is the role of music for entertainment. But I think as big companies, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, they have social responsibility. As an artist, if you become bigger, you have a particular kind of responsibility towards the people that buying your music. For instance, if you talk about Hennessy, that's throughout the Nasty C song, it was just about Hennessy. What does it do? Doesn't it encourage youngsters his age and younger to kind of want to taste Hennessy, want to have this? So he won't say now I'm going to make an unfair comparison. And this unfair comparison is with regards to Kendrick's song Swimming Pools, where he talks about the temptation about alcohol and alcoholism and what it leads to.
Yeah.
So he used alcohol. We can have a great time. This is what people, but this is the consequences.
Yeah.
But on Gravy, he talks that he's high and he's faded and he has a nice time. That's what the track is about.
Yeah.
So where is the social responsibility? That's just my question.
I think if I look at how Quest did it, at least with Spirit, if we just look at what Spirit was, that's sort of what I'm thinking of. Like, he's not necessarily looking at the negative parts of it, but he's looking at the spirit that is within South Africa. What do we have, and what makes us uniquely South Africa? What is our spirit about? It's all those things that he showed in the music video, you know, even this T-shirt that he was wearing. So I get it when we talk about that. Like, he's doing a service, you know, he's doing us a service, I guess, in a sense. So Nasty C, I think, has to still maybe learn a little bit more from him.
But remember when Spirit dropped last year?
Yeah.
When you just hear the bass, the music come, you started feeling goosebumps. When you saw the music video, it made sense.
Yeah.
Everything makes sense. What Spirit was about. It's an unfair comparison. But I hope as he finds himself, you say he's a youngster. I hope as he finds himself, that he will look around in the community that he grew up. They're just the community that he grew up. I would want him to look a little bit further. Talk about what is happening in KZN. There's taxi violence currently taking place in KZN.
And there's mosque shootings and that.
Yeah, isn't that some things that needs to get attention?
Yeah, true. But maybe he's not part of that world. He's in the suburbs. Rich boy life, you know, he doesn't see it.
Yeah, that is another. It's another issue. Is as if I had to compare myself growing up, like you say, in the suburbs compared to someone else growing up in the township. So it was like they would have a different need to speak out, and from where am I speaking out as a person who's been given things?
No, but he didn't grow up there. He grew up in Kazi. He's a Lokshan boy.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he had a negative upbringing. You can still have an experience where you are nurtured and taken care of in a certain way to get you out.
Okay, let's talk Trevor Noah. I know that we're talking about hip hop, but let's talk about then relative experiences. Trevor Noah also lived in both worlds, where he's middle class, but he's not really middle class. He is he's white and black, but he's not really white and black. He's the in between. In certain, in his book Born a Crime, he talks about his one friend stayed on the upper side of and they were called the cheese boys.
Yeah.
Because they were a little bit better off. And then they would say the ones that live a little bit further, they are more cheese than us. you get but yet he uses his platform to say, okay, maybe we need to rethink some of these things that we're going through. And that's the thing I love about his book. In his book, he addressed so many things, but in a humorous way.
Yeah.
You see, that's what I'm saying, is that he still used comedy. That book is really a genius comedic work. I love it. I was laughing at the same time, but can I really laugh at this? This is the pain of someone.
It's a beautiful pain.
Yeah. His story about how he failed as a dude trying to get him romantically involved. So then I put myself in that situation. Oh, as a young guy, that's the same situation.